Also, my point when it comes to learning a job, it's just a way of if your mentality when you first get money is, you know, I'm going to blow it fast, you learn very quickly that actually it won't last. And so, and I remember I used to work in a bank, and you know, that's one thing actually I would advocate. I think most young people should go work in a bank because I think it taught me a lot. No, it taught me a lot of the values that I have in terms of money. Because I remember very funny things. I would always know when people's student loans dropped. Because on the Saturday morning, and this is like, you know, on the Saturday morning, and I'm sorry, my black people, but I worked in the bank behind. I worked in the NatWest behind Selfridges. So on the Saturday morning, when student loan drop, student loan's supposed to drop on a Monday, right? But stupidly, they let it credit your account on the Saturday. That's when I'd see all the black kids coming to flock over to get whatever, to go Selfridge and do whatever. But then you quickly learn that actually you've spent your term money on Balenciagas, whatever, and then you're living on Indomie for the next year.
And the glorification of money. I think that that's one thing that I think, if we're being honest, growing up in some of the communities that we grew up in, sorry, I don't know everyone, but certainly from a poor socioeconomic background, there's a certain glorification of money here and there. You know, although your parents will teach you the right thing, there was also a sense, there's that kind of, you know, go get it mentality, and when you get it, you kind of have to kind of floss, or you kind of have to show what you've got, because we've all had it tough. And so I think that there's a certain, we have a certain role to play in that, and to kind of temper that a little bit and really try to erode that narrative away, because I think that that's where, this linking to some of the mental health talk we're going to have later, that I think that that's where, once you do grow up, once you do have more responsibilities, more things that you have to spend your money on, it gets really difficult for some people.
Which I knew when I was in school, I wish somebody told me, was that every interaction was a business interaction. And just that knowledge alone would have made me open to a lot of different opportunities. And I'm not just talking about in terms of investment and money, I'm talking about if you work in the charity sector, it's a business interaction. If you're going to university, it's a business interaction. But our mentality, we were never taught that. And I think I wish that was one thing I'd learned when I was in school. So coming out of school, I would have dealt with things, not with a harsh sort of, you know, iron fist, but a bit more intelligence in terms of what I'm profiting from it and what I'm gaining and what I'm giving. So that's in terms of personal finance, and this, who should be teaching them?
It's really important, because even in our own community, money is seen as a way in which to, it's somewhat glorified. So I think the cultural aspects have to be looked at. But no, specifically talking about money management, because I think everyone sort of argued the point quite well, I'll go on to that. I think having specific jam jar accounts is really, really important. That kind of changed the game for me. So let's say, for example, you get £2 into your account, and normally you have one account, you're like, I've got £2. Mentally, you're looking at that and say, I've got £2, so I'll pay £1,000 rent or £700 rent, I've got 1,300, yeah? And then you'll be looking at 1,300, you pay £5 here, with contactless, it's very hard to track your money, because you're like, you've always got 1,300, you haven't got, it doesn't go down to 1,000, it doesn't go down, yeah. So, and then, but having that jam jar account at the beginning of the month, saying, okay, I'm going to put that away from my holiday money, and I'm going to put this away for that. Now you can do it on apps, but fundamentally you must take control of your money. And when I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself, because you can always get banished, you know what I mean? So I think having that's a game changer, where you're able to be so disciplined to say, right now I've got 700 quid and I'm going to split that money at the beginning of the month, and I'm not going to try and be, I'm not a financial whiz, and I'm not going to think, yeah, I know when I'm at my bottom line, I know when I get to 250, I think that's sound advice, so good luck.